नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम। ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्ण। By the costless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Secrets, Raja Guhyam. So in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna is teaching us that this is the secret of all secrets. Guhyat Guhyataram Maya. This is the topmost knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita. Jnananam Jnanam Uttamam. So, because in this Bhagavad Gita only we are able to understand about our self. If you go to library these days, a lot of only digital libraries maybe matters. They matter a lot. Like I don't remember when I read hard copies. So, but there are so many publications, so many books, journals, articles, and even in YouTube, people also talk, so many YouTubers and social media and everything. There are a lot of things they create materials in so much of things, videos, this, that, and everything. But 99.9% of them will all be only about this material world, only about this materialistic life. Talking about games. Right now, there is football world game is going on. So people spend a lot of time talking about which country won, which country did this, and all kinds of things. What knowledge? Their knowledge is going to be of what use for our self, the soul. And media also. They even come up with all kinds of advertisements. So that means we are bombarded with so much of useless information for our self. That is the reality. We should not be carried away by any of these materialistic things, others interests. They have a lot of interest in to force us to listen to them. So we have to be extremely careful. We should listen only to Krishna. That's it. Very simple. Krishna. Because all other things, whatever others say, useless. That is not good for our self, for Atma. That's what we need to understand. What Krishna tells us, what Krishna is asking us to do. So our ears should only hear what Krishna is asking us to do. That's it. Because that is good for our self. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, even to Arjuna, that because I love you, because you are so much dearer to me, and I'm giving you this knowledge for your benefit. Yatteham priyamanaya vakshyami hitakamyaya. That's what Krishna says. So that's why for your benefit I'm giving you this knowledge, because I love you so much. That's what Krishna says. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we listen to Krishna, then everything will be wonderful in our life. Because Krishna says that if you just listen to me, if you just follow my instructions, all your problems will go away. You will not face any problems. You will not have any issues. But if you don't listen to me, then you will be destroyed. Atachetvam ahankarat nasroshasi vinangshasi. Atachetvam ahankarat nasroshasi vinangshasi. Because of ahankara, false ego, if you don't listen to me, then you will be destroyed. That's what Krishna says. So we have to listen to Krishna. That means we have to study and understand this Bhagavad Gita. All the slokas we need to understand everything, and we should always be connected with Krishna. So that means we have to do everything in our life only as per Bhagavad Gita, nothing else. So that's how we need to shape our life. If there are some problems somewhere, we don't go there. We will avoid. So, but now in this material world, everywhere is a problem only. Everywhere, wherever we are, everywhere, all places are only full of problems. Because Krishna himself says that this is a temporary, miserable place. This is a miserable place means here only miseries are everywhere. Dukkalayam, asukkam lokam, asukkam lokam. What else Krishna can tell more than this? It is a miserable place. So, we can come out of this miseries. Krishna is saying that Yajñatva mokshashe asubhat. Many times Krishna is saying that. So, by knowing this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, you will be freed from the miseries. So, this material world is a miserable place, and we can come out of all miseries only by understanding this Bhagavad Gita. That's it. So simple. The equation is very clear, very simple. Not at all difficult to understand. The logic is very, very simple. If we understand this Bhagavad Gita, then we will come out of all the miseries, all the problems. That's what we are doing. And once we understand this Bhagavad Gita, we have to act as per this Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is asking us to do everything always remembering him. When Krishna told Arjuna that Mamanusmarat Yudhyacha, Sarvesu Kaleshu Mamanusmarat Yudhyacha. So all the time you remember me and fight. So that means for us, whatever we are doing, we have to do that only for Krishna, remembering Krishna only. If you're going to work all the time, remember Krishna and work. If a person is a student studying, all the time remember Krishna and study. And we have family responsibilities, doing all kinds of services to the family members. All the time remember Krishna and do that. So remembering Krishna is very, very important all the time. We should never ever forget Krishna. Then we are putting ourselves into deep trouble in this material way. The moment we forget Krishna, because there are always around us, the circumstances will make us to forget Krishna only, because everyone around us, if they don't remember Krishna, if they don't want to even know or hear about Krishna, so if we are actually just going with them, then we will be going away from Krishna. But for us now, our Lord, Supreme Lord Sri Krishna has given us opportunities to be with Him, not to go out of Him. Of course, He is with us all the time, but we need to realize, we need to understand that Krishna is with us. That's what is very important. We should remember that Krishna is with us all the time. So to solve our problems, to solve others' problems, we have to bring Krishna into the picture. We need to surrender unto Krishna. So do everything for Krishna, because Krishna says that Mam eva ye prapatyante maya metam tarantite. If anyone surrenders unto me, will be freed from the modes of nature. And Mamekam saranam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. So you just surrender unto me, and by my mercy, you will be freed from all sins. Aham tvam sarva papa. I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. You do not fear. That's what Krishna is teaching us. So now we have got the opportunity to act for Krishna, to do everything for Krishna. We just have to think. We just have to plan how I can serve Krishna. That's what constantly we should be thinking about in our life. How can I serve Krishna? How can I be in constant connection with Krishna? There are so many opportunities Krishna will create for us. He is creating for us. And the very great opportunity is to just spread the word. And we know when we tell not everyone is listening, that is the reality. But still, there are so many devotees, they will be able to listen. That Krishna will arrange for them. Not a problem at all. So anything a person alone can achieve is difficult compared to a big team of devotees together can achieve. So, like last class, I mentioned that if anyone has any ideas how we can spread the message, that we are studying Bhagavad Gita. So you are most welcome to communicate with me also, and then we can plan. And then I'm sure Krishna's mercy, we will be able to identify devotees and bring them to our Bhagavad Gita class and enjoy. This is the enjoyment. When we are studying Bhagavad Gita and listening to Krishna, what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita, focusing our mind on Krishna. So there is the real enjoyment. Because that is the only time our mind will be very peaceful. If we are focusing our mind on Krishna, then our mind will be very peaceful. If we are not focusing our mind on Krishna, if we are doing something else, which is by forgetting Krishna, then our mind will not be peaceful. That is the reality. We won't be happy. If our mind is not peaceful, then we won't be happy. We can be happy only if our mind is peaceful. And our mind is peaceful only if we are connected with Krishna. So, that way, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are always connected with Krishna. Then we are making sure our mind is very, very peaceful and we can lead a very happy life. So, understanding that Krishna is the Sarvaloka Maheswara. He is the enjoyer of all, enjoyer of everything. Krishna is the Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam. Ahamgi Sarva Yajnanam Bhokta Cha Prabhurevacha. That's what we need to understand. That means we need to know all about Krishna. We need to know about his. There's so much for us to understand. I'm sure the time is not too far that we are going to study Srimad Bhagavatam, especially the 10th canto, and studying and understanding about Krishna's wonderful leelas. How our Supreme Lord Sri Krishna appeared in this world and what kind of transcendental activities he did, he enacted. We have to constantly, we need to spend all the time only on that, remembering Krishna, what he did, how he did everything. Because that's what Krishna also is telling in Bhagavad Gita, that the devotees always only talk about Krishna only, nothing else. Because when we want to go to Goloka, after going there, that's what we are going to do. We are in general in this material world, everyone is attached to a lot of things in this material world, including their relatives, dependents, parents, children, friends, so many kinds of different relationships, and people are attached to them. So we see a purpose in living in this world, and we don't want to leave this world because we are very much connected with everyone in this world. So that's why when we think about death, immediately it is so scary, because then we will be completely disconnected from everything in this material world. So immediately, as soon as we think about death, we will feel that immediately it is very scary. But if we think in another time, in another way, that we're going to be with Krishna, I'm going to be with him all the time. Of course, he is with us now, but we are not able to see him. Naham prakasaka sarvasya yogamaya samavritaka. So I'm not visible to everyone because I'm covered by my internal potency. And now to see Krishna, we need to come out of this Mahamaya, these three modes of material nature. Then we will be able to see Krishna face to face. We will be able to elevate ourselves to the Brahma Bhuta platform. So that means we need to get ourselves freed from the three modes of material nature as soon as possible, today itself. But in reality, is that possible? The goal is to become completely free from the three modes of material nature, to not at the time of death. At the time of death, we are going to go to Goloka. But now itself, we should get everything, all the visa, everything to go there, everything all stamped, everything we should have ready. That is only the day of travel, that's it. But before going there, all the needed approval process, everything we should have it now. Because when a person goes to another country, he cannot go just on the day of departure, going and doing everything. It is not possible. Give me 1 second. Hare Krishna. So that way, we will have to perform all our activities in Krishna consciousness. So that way we can go to Goloka. So we have to get ourselves prepared for that. So it is not possible just by on the day, at the time of death, suddenly we will become eligible and go to Goloka. That's not going to be possible. So for that preparation only we are studying Bhagavad Gita. Now we are studying in the third chapter. In this fourth sloka, Krishna is teaching us that Na karmana manarambhan Naiskarmyam purushošnute na cha sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhi gacchati. That is, na karmana manaramba naiskarmyam purushošnute. So not by doing our activities or not by starting our activities, one can achieve freedom from the reactions. Nor by renunciation alone, one can achieve perfection. See, one thing is Krishna is saying freedom from reaction, another thing is perfection. Naiskarmyam, freedom from reaction, so that one cannot achieve by not doing our duty, and perfection one cannot achieve simply not by sannyasi, by renunciation alone. Then in the next sloka, what we are studying, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tistati akarma krit karyate gi avasaga karma sarvaga prakriti jair gunaigi. So not even a single moment one is free from doing, like everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the three modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. And in the next sloka, Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyartan vimudatma midyacharagasa uchyate. So just by controlling our karmendriyas, working senses, but still if our mind thinks about the sense objects, then he's a pretender and he's a fool and pretender. Vimudatma midyacha. One who restrains the senses of action but whose mind dwells on sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 6th sloka in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, I need to join in another Bhagavad Gita class now. So we will continue again tomorrow. I'll try to start a little early so that we can, if any questions are there, we can discuss. Hare Krishna.